Hi everyone. Thanks for being patient. So I want to bring you over here a little bit. If I can reach. Let's see. So what I did over here, I rinsed, I soaked my eggplant in salt water. Now I'm gonna, and I help put plates down on it to hold it underneath the water. So now I'm gonna rinse it. As you can see, that's what I do. I don't leave all my eggplant on the outside on. By soaking it, it takes away the little bit of bitterness that it has. And just rinse it really good. I put about maybe 2 tablespoons of salt in a huge bowl of water. And I submerge them with some heavy bowls so they're underneath the water. This is what I do. You don't have to do it. See how the water's brown? That's from that. Okay, so now that they were soaked for half an hour and rinsed, again, salt water, about a half an hour, rinse them, put them in your colander. On my Italian breadcrumbs, I'm gonna put some cheese in there. I'm gonna save this other half for afterwards. I'm gonna add a little Italian seasonings. Give it a good mix. We can add some salt and pepper. Tomorrow I'll make sauce. And then that's my sauce from the freezer. So I add salt and pepper. I have about 7 eggs in here with about maybe a half cup of water. Whisk it really good. I have some fresh mozzarella and grated mozzarella. On the ricotta, what I did is added my fresh parsley from my freezer. A large ricotta. I forgot how many ounces that was, but 1 egg. And that's it, because I put salt and stuff in there. Don't forget, in my sauce I have seasonings also. So give that a good mix. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to start breading. Sorry, guys. You can bread them twice if you'd like. You want to cut them not too thin and not too thick. think I'm going to use my hands. So much easier. You want to cook them until they're golden brown. So nobody eats this in my house but me and my sister. My brothers would eat it. They both passed away the same year as my daughter and my grandchildren. So if you see over here, I had doubled my rack. I have 2 racks. And I'm going to try to stand them up inside to keep them from getting mushy. You want to use metal tongs for these because the oil gets hot. When you bread them in advance, you want to put them on a plate, but you don't want them touching each other because it will pull the breadcrumbs off. Give it a little tap. These are ready to come out. Too fat to stand. And you don't want to pile them on top of each other either. Sometimes when you make the eggplant lasagna, and if you got a real big piece, sometimes you can cut it to fit in your pan when you're making the lasagna. If your egg batter gets clumpy, you can dump it out and get new. So tomorrow, I'm making my quick sauce for my, well, I'll show it with you and I'll cook with you in the morning. And then we're going to let it cook all day slowly. And then we'll be back together to do the gnocchis. Because you really can't have good marinara spaghetti sauce without cooking it for a while. Nice golden brown. That mid one was not ready yet. So what I do with my lasagna, I'll cut it in pieces, like, you know, one person portions, and then I'll freeze it. I'll wrap it up and then I'll freeze it. If I made too much eggplant, all I have to do is not add it to the lasagna, but I could keep it on the side to eat later. Another minute. Remember not to cut them too thick. And you want at least 3 layers of eggplant for your lasagna, depending on how big your tray is. You can keep the skin all on it if you like, but I just don't. Back over here to breading. My son will be helping me make the gnocchis tomorrow. I asked him for his help. And we might do that live. We used to have competitions, my father and I. So on the egg drop soup, you can add spinach to it. I don't remember my grandmother doing that, but some parts of Italy are different from other parts. It's a good meal to feed your family. I want to say grazie to a lot of the Italian people who have been on my channel. So grazie for your heart. So I have that much right now. I'm going to need a little more because I want 3 layers of it. My sauce was frozen. I'll make some more tomorrow. I'm going to get a few fresh eggs back in my batter. I dumped out the other one because it gets a little thick. So I'm going to add 5 more eggs. If you don't add enough water to your egg batter, it will be real hard to, what's the word I'm looking for? It just becomes too thick. Bread this one, and I'm going to have to flip those or take them out. So when they start to cool down, you can kind of lean them against each other, like that. Try not to lay them on top of each other because they stay soggy, and you don't want that. This is corn oil that I'm using. Back over here. The pollen has been really crazy here. It's calmed down a lot, but we really do need some good rain. We had some hail twice this year, which is surprising. So we'll probably fry 2 more and then we should be set. That was my shepherd. Takes a little time to fry these individually and bread them and all that, but it's worth it. It's so worth it. If you burn your oil, you definitely want to start with a new pot and start all over again. You don't want to ruin the food. And corn oil is not that expensive. So we have 1 more plate to fry, and then we should have enough, see? So once this lasagna is done, we're going to put tin foil on it and bake it for at least 45 minutes at 350. And then you can serve. I always clean as I go so I can relax when I'm done cooking, so I'm not in the kitchen all day long. I can make 8 servings out of this lasagna. The store only had 2 nice sized ones, and then they had a smaller, like fatty one. So I bought them. Sometimes I go to the market, from the farmer's market, and get beautiful garden ones. When I make lasagna or eggplant lasagna or regular lasagna, I always make sure I have more than 4 cups of sauce, because I don't want it to be dry. You kind of want to stand them up so they stay crispy. When your oil gets foamy like that, it's just that it's you fried a lot so far. So when you add oil to hot oil, I know a couple people have done that. You're gonna have to give it more time to get the same heat all over. You can't just throw stuff in. You have to let it get hot all over again. This is my last batch. I should make it. They say if you put a wooden spoon down, it stops the foam, but I think that's a myth. I think that's only for boiling water. Okay, so while that's cooking, we're gonna get ready. Let's see. You guys ready for this? You're always going to start with your sauce first on the bottom. You have to wet that. So 2 scoops. Just start placing them down. You could use the baby ones over here. Remember I told you sometimes I cut it. I want everybody to get lasagna in every bite. I don't want to run out of ricotta either. I was going to make a small one for me, but you could put as much as you want down. But I have to deal with what I have. Like I said, I was only going to make a small one. Put your mozzarella down. More sauce. I'm gonna have to take those out of the pan. Always start out with having more than not enough. Like I did today, I didn't think I was gonna make this big of a tray. If you have ricotta left over, you can make raviolis, stuffed shells, ziti. Nothing will never go to waste. More mozzarella. We're gonna go more sauce. And we'll bake this at 350 for at least 45 minutes to an hour, depending on your oven. This is the last of it. Let it go sauce one more time. Just a little bit. Top it off with fresh mozzarella. There we go. So we're gonna bake this at 350 for 45 minutes to an hour. And I'll show you that when it's done. Okay, everyone. Here we are. Eggplant lasagna. So if you did the size of the spatula, you'll get probably about 8. You see how nice? Yum. Enjoy. Use the non-stick foil so your mozzarella stays on the pan. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy it.